Has this happened to your window? Let me show you how to fix it. Today I want to show you how to replace a balance tube on our old Marvin Ultimate Double Hungs from like 1998 to 2014, I believe, and we still use it on our insert window till, as of this video, I think 2018. So concept's still the same. Let me show you how to change this out. So one way to know if you have a broken balance tube, as you saw in the beginning of the video, the cord that was hanging out the window, that's a good indicator. Or two, when you go to open your window, and it's extremely heavy, and sometimes when you open it, it just falls back down. So that's a good indicator you got a broken balance tube. Let me show you how to order the correct part for this window. So on these windows, there is a number that's stamped right here on the tube, and when you order a new one, you have to make sure that you get the same one. I'm not sure if you can see that there, but the number's stamped right there. Another place you can look is right here in the upper right-hand corner of the windows from 2003 to present. Marvin laser etches a serial number here, and usually it starts with a letter, and then the next two numbers are the year, like the week, the hour, the minute, the second each unit was built. And we should be able to put this information in, or Marvin should be able to take this information and tell us everything we need to know about this window. So that's another spot to look. And one more thing you need to let us know if it's for the bottom sash or the top sash. I don't know if you can see it, but the top balance tube is unfinished, it's unpainted, and the bottom balance tube is painted. And you have to specify white or beige. So the first thing we need to do is we need to make sure the window is unlocked, and we need to lift it up at least 3 or 4 inches. And now if you have a broken balance tube, this window is going to be extremely heavy, so you may want to have a partner to help you, especially if both of the tubes are broken. But in this case, we got the one, and we still have the one that's kind of helping me hold the weight. So we'll go ahead and move this latch like this, and then we're going to take this sash to the inside, and we're going to lay it completely flat. And when we lay it flat, it'll lock the clutches in at the bottom, so this thing won't go up or down. And then you can just take the sash and lift it straight out, and we can set it to the side. So next we got to take the top sash out. So go ahead and push down on the sash like that, and there's a tilt latch up here and over here. Move them in towards each other. Lay it completely flat. Don't let it ever go up or down like this, or the springs can launch and you'll have a real bad day. So lift it straight up, take it out just like that, and we'll set it to the side. Now would also be a good time to make sure that we do have the proper size balance tubes. We also did that by confirming the number. I like to go ahead and just put it up there just to make sure everything fits or is the same length. Okay, first we're going to go ahead and remove this little bumper. We'll set that to the side. We're going to go ahead and remove this head jamb parting stop just to give us some room so we don't chip the wood when we take this off. If this has been painted, take a utility knife, score along this paint line. This is friction fit, so you should be able just to take like a flat bar behind it and just pull on it and it should come right out. On this we use the kerf and barb system. As you can see, there is a connecting barb and then there's a kerf that goes in here, so it's friction fit. Okay, our next step is to release these clutches. We're going to simulate a tilting of the sash out. On this one, obviously it's broken, so we don't have to worry about that one. But this one's still good. So this one's going to be under a lot of tension. So you make sure that you got your one hand on top of it while you have the other hand holding it. Because once you turn this, the whole weight of the spring is going to want to shoot up on you. So we'll go ahead, we're going to tilt that a quarter turn, and then we're going to assist it all the way up. Now we can take out the jamb liner. Let's go ahead and move this out of the way. Some people will pop off these pieces. Not really necessary. Sometimes you can take a putty knife to help it out, or sometimes you can just take your fingers and just take and pull on the whole thing. And if these pop off like that, that's fine. Oh, and this is also one of our insert windows. So the installer put the screw in like he was supposed to, so we need to remove those as well. You do not have to do this on the regular double hung. This is an insert window, so that's the only time you're going to see some screws at the center and the top. So since our installer put her screw there, we're going to take out this plug here See if you put a screw there. They did. We're going to go ahead and remove that one. Oh, that one's stripped out. So we'll go ahead and just pull on this whole liner now. Okay, we got our screws removed. We're just going to take this whole liner and we're just going to pull on the whole thing. Pull on it. You may have to help assist it out like that. If this piece of wood comes loose, that's fine. We can take it out and set it to the side. Okay, now, since we got this out, I want to show you this as well. The installer should have put a screw through this top bracket here. So if that was installed, then obviously we would have had to take this piece of wood off and pull that screw out. I just needed to show you that because if you're pulling on it, it's not coming out, more likely that screw's in there. So when we put this back together, I'm going to put the screw back in it the way it's supposed to be and get this done right. Let me show you. So if you decided to order the whole jamb liner assembly, this is called the jamb liner, and these are balance tubes. They also give you a hardware package of all the necessary components that you need. So on this particular one, as you can see, the little hanger got bent. So we're going to go ahead and replace that with a new one. And let me show you how to go ahead and replace these tubes as well. Okay, these tubes just slide out the top. Obviously this one's all broken. And we're going to go ahead and remove this hanger, and we're going to replace it with a new one. So if you see here, there's a rivet that this hook goes into like that. So when we slide the new ones in, it'll hold it. Now, if this has been like this is fine. We can just straighten that back out and that'll hold it. We're going to go ahead and slide in the new balance tube. Just make sure that the clutch is lined up with that. If it's not, you can just pull on it and just get it to line up. Now that we know that the clutch is lined up with the balance tube, we're going to go ahead and slide it in through the top. Like that. Get them both to line up a little bit. Turn it around so you can see the little hook. Make sure that's grabbed on there, on the hanger. Easier said than done. And then make sure that that little tab there is on the top and it fits just like that. And now we're ready to go ahead and reinstall this jamb liner. So in this bag of parts comes a new top gasket. If you don't have these parts, the one that you took, the one that was on it before, you can just reuse it. But we're going to go ahead and peel that on, peel that off, and then stick it on there like that. So with all the wood components off, we're going to go ahead and install it. It's a pretty precise fit. I would suggest that you hook it on this wood side first, and then that way when you pop it on, you don't have to worry about dinning the clad. If this is an all wood double hung, where it's wood on the outside, you're going to have to be very careful and not to chip any of the wood off of the frame side or the interior jamb side. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, hook it on the wood side, and then we're just going to push it in. Don't be afraid to use a hammer or your fist. Let's go ahead and put the screws back in that the installer installed. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and pre-drill and then put the screw right through this bracket at the top. Just like that. So what you may want to do, sometimes when you try to put this wood back on, and if you pound it on there, this can break relatively easy. What I like to do is go ahead and spray some pledge. Since everything's painted, I don't have to worry about contamination. Usually I'll spray it on a paper towel, but I'm going to go ahead and just get it all over And then I'm gonna go ahead and feed this and slide it up. And I put the pledge on there so this wood is a little easier to slide up in there. And let me show you how to do that. Okay, first we can go ahead and take this weather stripping and assist it out. If it doesn't come out on its own, just take a little putty knife behind it and move it to the side. And then you can take this and start it, and then you can just slide it up. And it slides real easy, or a lot easier. And then that way there's less chance of having to break by pounding it on. Since this piece is aluminum, we could go ahead and pound that on. We don't have to worry about anything breaking there. You could press, or you could just like that. Go ahead and put your weather stripping back in there. Stick the tips of your fingernails and just push it in there like that. Okay, we'll go ahead and put your little insert back in there. Desk block insert. Go ahead and put our head jamb parting stop back in there. Just push it in there. Go ahead and put our bumper back on there. So now would be a good opportunity to take some pledge and actually spray it on a paper towel, a lot of it, and fold it up so it absorbs it a little bit. And then fold it and put it in these grooves here. And this is going to help with the performance of this window, how it goes up and down. Also, wipe this weather stripping. And then this little groove here, because when you tilt the window, there's the little latches that go in here. And when you go down, if there's any dirt, those latches want to get stuck in that dirt. So go ahead and fold this and put it in that little groove. And this does make a difference. Let's go ahead and we need to move these two clutches down to match those two. Okay, so in the same manner we brought these back up in the beginning of this video. We'll go ahead and do the same thing. Make sure you put your hand on top of it, and we're going to make sure we hold on to it, and we're going to move that all the way down. Do that quarter turn the other way to lock it in place. Do the same thing with this one. Again, we're matching it up to the other side. Just like that, and then move that quarter turn, and then we're ready to put the sashes back in. Let's go ahead and put the top sash back in. Make sure the clad side is up, or the exterior. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that these little pins that are pivot pins there are above the clutches. We lay it completely flat. Give it a little love tap to make sure it's seated properly. Move our tilt latches in. And we got the top one installed. Let's go ahead and put our bottom sash in. Make sure these little pins are above the little clutches. Lay it completely flat. Make sure it's seated in there. And then lift it up. Hold the little latch in like that. Okay, now it's time to check the operation of the window. Goes down, goes all the way up. That was a lot easier than when we first started now, isn't it? And then we'll go ahead and try the top. That looks great. I hope this video helped you out and showed you how to change a balance tube on a Marvin double hung. If this video helped you out, please help me out by hitting the subscribe button at the bottom, and that helps me out. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.